Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. I am Sebastian Ruther.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive?
1,000 apologies.
It's all right.
I am here tasked with learning what I am able, and what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made the gears of governance have ground the realm. Your lord uncle, however...
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues. They are both able-bodied and trained in...
So you want me? I'll need to know where they were.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other, the old Imperial...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll stop.
Thank you, My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to pass through the Republic's checkpoints.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
The legionaries lay limp and lorn, both heads and swords hung low. But at her touch they did rise up to meet their blue-eyed foe.
To the meadows, then.
Come on. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragon and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. Be safe. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy? The gentleman of the town guard.
You wouldn't happen to know if the beast...
Fly, Ambrosia! Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see them, so you can start by giving us...
I'll deal with it.
Thank you. You that one's... If you can't...
Or you can go back to your...
Oh, you... He hasn't had me.
I'd expect as much.
Much has changed in the...
You've seen this kind of thing.
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford. He sent me to...
Well, I arrived in Dalimil, so his men...
The captain is no...
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way...
What of the fists? Surely they wouldn't allow us.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes and...
Then it's worse than we... You should return to Reserve.
You won't mind if...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If they've already...
I'm not.
Then I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant...
Of the Seven... It's been... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits.
They looked more like... It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South.
All right. Found a note. You head back to Northreach.
Thank you. It was only a short while ago that I was assaulted. If you hurry south...
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
This one! Make for the town while you don't need to tell.
This looks to be...
I thought I told you.
And stand by, as ill might...
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen...
The garrison have their hands full in... There are a few the market stalls... When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits...
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first...
I shall return to Northreach, but allow me to...
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a bestow...
My uncle certainly has his work cut. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one. Peace. I see your...
The rest's locate. Speaking of which, I
only happen to be... They both seem to think the realms...
I am afraid that Storm is in crisis, and we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
I will see that your Lord Uncle is made aware of the situation in both Dalmekia and...
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
We might finally have a chance to get our country back.
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the free cities is not to be trifled with. We must proceed with caution.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So?
I did, and he...
And what precisely?
Blueback white.
Ah, wyvern. Now then, let's hope these grand... Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well,
And rightly so. He's...
So...
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
That book may be a veritable treasure trove, but the recipes are hardly what I'd call honest fare.
Oh, who needs honesty when they can have majesty? Our companions deserve only the very best.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I just thought...
Aye. Well, someone had to. Reckon the boat, you've always been me right eye, Goose. And I'd have you stay that way.
Oh.
Why, you big fine.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil.
Of course.
Stop. I don't go think. Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours, wet legs, might be they weren't. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbed my every client. But then one day, said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded in...
Was that the first time you met?
Aye. And I felt right. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaw. Told me about his plan to topple the Mother Christ. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find us. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day, and the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the rich. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me
that there are.
So don't you go. Clive. That great lump. No. Take care.
Did you see the pair that got fooled into
What brings you to our humble village, young man? If it's our artisans you're here to see...
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations. albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite. How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you... Do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince is... Light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
What brings you to our humble village, young man? If it's our artisans you're here to see, then please. Do try not to.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because...
Figuratively.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous. Dread Evis are aggressive...
Do you want to...
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But bring me that beast's...
All right.
Of course, leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the part... I eagerly await your A fortune in skin and scale awaits any man with a will to claim it for his own.
Beneath the flood, yes. And not a stone's throw away.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
You there! The strapping lad with the sword. Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, the answers I seek, would you to an old man?
Climb the
and memorize some... Three of them, to be precise. One each. I'm here in the hope that those namely...
I can't promise I'll remember everything.
Remember what you can. If it wasn't for those domed roofs protecting the stones from the elements, the truth of Tabor's history would have been lost centuries ago.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
Not a scratch on them. These hides will fetch a good price.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
I'm sure I can find you something. All of these stones have a good bit of diamond dust in them. That'll see your sword sharp, all right? Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
Yes. I hear Master Cyril drew up a new tonic for him.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the skies turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge. Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings...
Oh, what? Come, let's...
Guardians of the Republic.
The Republic? Are you...
That can't be right. Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of... I'm pretty sure...
Fascinating. But, whatever.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains. Lay or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges. This is proving...
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we have 3 engravings. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across... Little wonder it was so different. Nonetheless, one...
Too many stairs.
Ha! For years, I have pondered the mysteries of Tabor's founding. Would that I had made the journey as a younger man, when stairs held none of their terror.
Run like the wind. Mistakes. Straight home now. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet.
Ah!
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, that's clearly my truck. Join me.
I don't plan them.
Very well. Do not alarm. This is hide unlike any I've had the pleasure of handling. My clients will pay a fortune for the merest scrap.
Forgive me, traveller, but no matter how deep your pockets might be, we only sell to trusted patrons. I do hope you've not had a wasted journey.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord. And may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
The free city's under siege. Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, luckily. Thank goodness he told us before we set out.
There are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors who'll kill you as soon as look at you. Would that I had the strength to kill them first.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Enough of you, are there?
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's got? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems they're back now. I don't mind, but we ain't got nowhere for. I'd build him, but where would I? Which leaves us.
I see.
And I didn't just. There's been more and more, but there's only so we can't keep. And that. Well, it was and if what's done is done.
I suppose.
The blight might be pressing it. There's just one. A band of cutthroats have made it. Would have been.
East.
And I.
Of
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make it go.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade.
And you.
I spoke. She tell.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I. Which is why I agree.
That's very kind. With you, but...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Few, and rather less, thankfully. A small force would...
I'll head into it. You and the Guardians can stay out. Make sure I'm not taken.
I can't ask you to bet.
The Akashic are the...
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait for you?
No need, my lord. You go...
All right.
We shall see...
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an...
We were. Put down more than...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing... It might be best to send word...
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. No. With...
That's all of them. Now to begin the... It won't be easy. Especially not after 5. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half... It'll take a bit of elbow grip.
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar.
Of course.
I'll let Martha if you need any...
And we will.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first. We'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest.
Ah,
Sir Wade told me. And what's all that? On second, it'll only give me 9.
I suppose it...
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo the good that...
Did Wade say...
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might... The way I... If it's food or...
Thank you, Moth.
No,
I wanted...
Eastpool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that...
Thank you. But his revenge...
It is the one and it is all that I...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, but... I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak...
Understood.
Then the last... And may greet... Those who cannot join us in the coming fight are gathered at Gotan's Bales. I would ask that you see them to safety.
I'll search the village one last time for any stragglers. Then join Master Quinton and get some justice.
Come. Brother, we are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia. That'll do, girl. Everyone. You can no longer guarantee...
Well, if that's Sid, none of us will be standing. We owe him. If he said... And if that's what has to... We get...
I hope so.
Oi! You lot!
They've gone with me.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking... They don't stand a chance. They're all gonna fuck...
Sid! We can't let quit...
All right. Where is this man?
It's what...
Promise us.
The manor's to the east of Lostwing, through the woods. Quinton and the others...
I still haven't paid Quinton back for saving my life. So don't let him die.
Please, Sid, you've got to catch up with him. Don't let all our work be in vain.
Ready, go?
Clive. Look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for don't let their sac...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
This is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from it, just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing, it was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades. All those lives.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so... it's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Waken winds!
I need to find Quentin. Quentin. Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. Welcome back to the...
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the...
I see. Then all is at an end.
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for, I have nothing.
Well, the heck are you? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we'll...
I've prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed that you...
Your village, maybe. So long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. Lostwing, weren't you?
It was. And it's...
We can start again.
A fresh one like... Why, just a village. What's to...
That's the mu...
Please, Quentin. Will suffice, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be
I'll pretend...
But you must be rewarded for your effort.
A bottle or two.
Of course. And I have... If you don't mind...
I look forward.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
I'd have followed Quentin to that manor if I could have done, and I'll keep following him now. Wherever that surly bastard cares to lead us.
Quentin's gonna build us new Lostwing, and I'm gonna help.
We may be bruised, we may be battered, but we won't stop fighting.
Master Quinton needs us now more than ever.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest. And they can rest easy, knowing that their sacrifice wasn't in vain. That justice was done. As for us survivors, well, we've just got to keep at it. Keep the family together. For their sakes.
What's happened?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing, it just so happened.
And what talents?
Why you're fit.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when Randalar has been particularly, none remain but the
And you've been looking to...
Precisely.
So where does my...
Though we may have the funds to... So we've been searching, and the place was a...
And... Exit.
Sounds...
I would, even if I... So I'd better try to...
I'll do my...
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will...
All right.
I'm sure... Pass through Leitney's Cleft, and you'll see what's left of Cashlock down in the valley.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Look what we have here.
All right, then. Let's get this over with.
Let's...
Faster!
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was...
Good girl.
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
Awaken, wind!
think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklad. Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done.
You made...
I should go.
Don't let me... but chill on again. I'll explain...
All right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one. He represents the Silver Peak
I don't think...
Well, every trader in Dharmekia, and they're still expanding. And judging...
And you'd rather she...
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted. I won't let her give up on her dreams. She freed me from my bonds. And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for, and I want to repay the favor. By letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just...
She loves you.
And I love her. Though I'm sure I'll...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers aren't... That's a job. This could well be the last commission the Crimson Caravans undertakes. Under present management, at least. But don't tell my sister I said that, will you?
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. Wearing blue armor. Too slow. There's nothing but monsters here. This might take a while.
Well done.
Farewell. Follow.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
its leaders gather, there may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened. By the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not, as long as you don't hold back.
Nice try. Too slow.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
To me, boy! Help me, boy! To me, boy!
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake. My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Which song should we listen to?
All of the...
A shadow looming in his path is life hung by a thread. Yet still he clung unto the mast and bellowed. All ahead!
Still he clung unto the mast and bellowed, "All ahead!"
You dunno what you're talking about. The odour's what gives Chance's stew its, depth. And that's what makes it superior to any old lizard livers.
Oh, please. Have you even tried the fried mortress? Taste, smell, texture. It beats your beloved stew hands down on every count. Now that's a masterpiece.
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of ether. But don't you find it strange that there are those who, despite being free of magic's burden, can seemingly pass through a flood without consequence? I asked our luresman how this could be, and he suggested that it might have something to do with bloodlines. Many of the realm's dominants are born to specific families, you see. The Rasfields, the Lesages. So there must be something in those families' blood that provides them with the potential to become vessels for icons. But what about the ones who don't awaken? Could it be that this same potential provides them with something of the same immunity? Your uncle's recent travels with you across the ether-ravaged countryside would certainly suggest so. And yet, what about Gav? Well, in smaller, more isolated populations, bloodlines are less diluted. Hence, Shiva's dominant sometimes awakening in the child of a common northerner. And our scouts not having turned 100 times over.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Very well. The more eyes we have poring over these tomes, the sooner we'll find answers about these skies.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. What subject shall we consider today? you learn everything you needed?
Who's that sulking over there by the lift?
Clive. Going purse weighing you down? It'd better I'll be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, all right? Should last you a good while. Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. Anything else?
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
Oh! Oh, what is it? There's no one like our Nan. Your lad's worth... and I've never... Be careful out there.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for us than the irony hammers?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty.
You're as pale as a poltergeist. Why don't you sit down and have a nice bowl of Molly's brown? Goodness, you're as pale as a poltergeist. Why don't you sit down and have a nice bowl of Molly's brown? Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn? One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Help you today, Clive? All yours. All done?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do... Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings,
Sitting under...
but with them all personal.
Then I'll check the workshop.
I'll try not to think too much about what was lost the day Titan attacked. If only it was just Sid's life's work.
Who'll see to my boils if Tyre ain't around, eh?
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
Your brand. You're going to have it removed then?
What choice have I?
It's the only way they'll take me into the Curse Breakers.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Then everyone in Port Isolde's in danger.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
You saw that work of devilry on the deck, didn't you? The second fall of man is nigh.
Will we ever see the sky again?
Have you noticed there are more ether floods these days? Some say the skies are to blame, but then there were ether floods before all this, weren't there?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If...
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembic gonna help us make.
Just you wait. Please tell me Mid is all right.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well,
possibly.
Opus, unless you mean the... She couldn't have been more than what? It was surprised us all. What's that battered old box have to do?
I think Sid...
Wouldn't suppose two in their bloody treasure hunts. The equestrian's in the Tub and Crown, where it's always been.
How are we supposed to do our duty when... things are crawling with...
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't...
What didn't you...
Nothing. We definitely did... It's broke, except... See?
And you had nothing.
Nope. We just wanted to listen, so we pressed... Ooh, like this. See?
All right.
Did you... Can you fix...
No, I mean... There.
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed...
Well, don't look at me. I can tell. Sid showed it to me once. Said it was... Let's just hope it's the stuff.
Indeed. Let's see if we can...
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye.
Actually, yes.
Dion
Unless you've another word for... He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one.
No, we're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed, much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver.
Though I may be some...
Then at least...
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Who's that sulking over there by the lift?
Said her name was Yote. A, friend of Sid's, you think?
You reckon there's any more treasure in the orchestrion? You reckon there's any more treasure in the orchestrion? Only one way to find out.
Lord Marquis, you seem unwell. I know His Grace has asked that I remain here with your people. But if you were to require my services, I could leave for the Free Cities at once.
All right, Clark. Blackthorn told me. Speaking of which...
Worried about it?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... I say so. Obviously, I show it to Blackthorn. Try as I might, and... See...
I'd speak... Well...
Cheers.
I'll be sure to...
All right.
It says here that once turned, an Akashic is forever lost.
She can't kick this. Glory to Grieg.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself in. I've tried off Clive. Will you talk to her?
I know best.
Say whatever you must, but get her to rest.
Well, Taya, we all admire...
I will. Until then, we owe him.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing.
How would tears help?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't, Taya. There must be something.
Sometimes an easy... You do well.
We have awning. I can make the drug.
Just tell me what...
There is a species of venom-weeping spot. Bring me one of them. I'll make sure.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this. If it was me lying there, I know he'd do me the same. Kindness.
Sorry to drag you into this again. But you're the only one he'll open up to.
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow...
It's true.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle off. I went to see...
Oscar.
But my training is...
I warned you I might not be the rebuild.
Thank you, my lord.